The introduction to Cuatros Y Guitarras is a pattern that walks up and down a scale. I'll play it for you. It starts on the second finger of the 5th fret of the 2nd string. Moves back to the 3rd fret. Back to the 2nd fret. And then this could be fingered several ways. And back to where you started. 5th fret. 3rd fret. So that's the introduction to the piece. Let's take a look at each of the sections of it. The first phrase, the first melodic segment, is played across frets 1, 4, 5, and 7. If you've never heard this before, usually in fingering we assume that there will be a finger per fret. So 4 frets, 4 fingers. If you're starting at the 1st fret, that means your 1st fret's at the first finger's at the 1st fret, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. If you're starting at the 4th fret, that means your 1st finger's at the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So the easiest way to finger things generally is to align frets from the point of view of your 1st finger and then 3 frets above it. So in this case, we're across these frets using these 3 fingers. So we've played fret 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 7, 5, 5. That's all on the 2nd string. So I'll try to get these fingers out of the way for the beginning. 5, 5, 4, 5. Leave your 1st finger down, then pinky, and that's the first part of the phrase. The next one is only these 2 fingers, and it moves back to frets 3 and 2. And in your right hand, you're probably doing this with a series of down and up strokes. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. The next one goes back to frets 1, 2, and 3. So that was 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. So far we have 3 patterns. For the first one, you are in the 4th position. That means your 1st finger is at the 4th fret. And you're using fingers 1, 2, and 4. Now you move to the 2nd position. That means your 1st finger is at the 2nd fret. 1st position. 1st finger is at the 1st fret. And you'll notice that when I'm playing these, I'm not doing this. I'm leaving fingers down wherever I can. That 1st finger hasn't come off the string yet. And that makes it nice and smooth so that when you get fast, this will never be fast. And it will always sound just that bad because you're doing way too much work. Move as little as you possibly can. Okay, so now we've gotten through the first 3 phrases. We've rocked from the 5th fret down to the 3rd fret, down to the 2nd. The next phrase There's several ways you could do this. I believe your tab says O, O4, O4, O, 2, 3, 4, and it starts over again. So let's look at that fingering possibility first. This note is a D, and the note it alternates with is a C sharp. It's on the third string on the A string. And then you get this chromatic walk up the second string. So that would be O, O4, O, 4, O, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's a possibility. It's fine. When you play chromatic notes on adjacent strings, you always get that ring across sound, which sometimes you want because it's cool and sometimes you don't because it isn't. It sounds cool because it sounds, you get a nice sound on an instrument, but a singer would never make that sound. So if you're imitating voice, you'd want to keep that on one string so it would sound like somebody singing ba-da-da-da-da-da, because nobody can sing and have both notes ring. So the first fingering is O, O4, O, 4, O. Then you have to climb up the second string, second fret, third fret, fourth fret, fifth. You would like to end that on your second finger because then you are back where you started. So as you're going up the second string, it really doesn't matter. It's not going so fast that you couldn't do it with one finger, so you could play O, 4, O, 4, O, 1, 1, 1, 2. But whatever you do, land on that note on a 2. You could play 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, but make sure you end on 2 there, because then you're in the right place. Another fingering option for that spot would be this. This one gets rid of the cross string sound. This is the one I play. Like I say, this is optional. But if you wanted to do it this way, you'd start at the 5th fret on the third string, and you'd play 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 7, 3, 4, 2. So on the third string, 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 7. Change the second string, 3rd fret, 4th fret, and now we're back to where we started. The difference in sound, here's the open string. Sorry. Here's the other fingering. Again, it's not an enormous deal.